The show will start shortly.
Santana.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to the Sunday night podcast. I hope everybody's having a great night. And yeah, we are doing this live stream on the new Lenovo X13S laptop from Verizon. Let's see how this thing holds up. We hooked up the mic setup. You guys let me know, is audio sounding good tonight? Is it crisp? Is it horrible? I mean, let me know. Does it need to be louder? We're going to give it a few minutes, let people pop in, and then, I don't know. No, it's actually brought to you by Verizon 5G UW, actually. Imagine, bro, I tried to live stream with T-Mobile. That shit would crash, bro. Oh, man. Okay, so we're good on the audio department then? Yeah, I got the headset on here real quick, too. I don't know the camera. I don't know how the camera is on this thing, but I just turned it on right now real quick, but we're not going to roll with the camera. You know, the camera's not even that bright anyway, so it is what it is. But how's everybody doing tonight on this Sunday night? From what I know of, it should be an X65 on this thing, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, what's going on there? Nobody, what's up? Eduardo, what's up? What's up, Mr. Ernesto? What's up, Mr. Manny? What's up there, Mr. Gene? And I saw the thing pop up, bro. Thank you for the membership. Appreciate you, bro. I saw that you just popped up on the thing. And same with Baby Yoda. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. I don't know why it's not showing it here on the, how do you call it, the restream for some odd reason. I guess it doesn't recognize it for some odd reason. Huh. Hey, what's up, Joe? What's up, Speed Tech? What's up? Robert, what's up? Archie, what's going on? Let's see who else is up in here. All right. Damn, you're already gonna hit it, Baby Yoda. Goddamn, bro. Goddamn. Hey, what's up, Mr. Michael? It's going all right. Well, this is gonna be open topic, man. You know, we just decided to just, you know, I might as well use this laptop for some, right? It has unlimited data, and it gives a good thing to try out to see when I start going cross country, I can bring it with me and start live streaming more. But at the same time, you know, might as well have an open topic live stream. And also channel members, level 2 and up, I posted a link. You guys, if you guys want to pop in the live, you guys can. The link is in the community tab. Guys, check it out. It's open topic. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we could talk about. Let's say, hey, what's up, Mr. Austin? What's up, Lowe's? AT&T finally completely fixed my latency. In some locations, I'm getting less than 30 milliseconds. All right. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see here, Mr. Eduardo. What do you think of the new deals that Verizon has for the Samsung devices? All right, let's pull those deals up, actually. Because I haven't really checked them out like that, you know. Honestly, I've been slacking. You know, it's just, I don't know. I've just been slacking. Sometimes I'm a slacker, you know. Let's see here. Here, let's just check the connection here real quick. Let's just make sure. I'm gonna share the screen and do a quick little speed test. And let's make sure that this is gonna hold up. Let's see here. Let's see. Does it hiccup the live stream? No, it doesn't. All right. So we're getting a 17 ping, 183 down, and 34.8 on the up on the laptop. And let's see, what is my signal strength right now? Signal strength is 2 bars. That's not bad. That's not bad. We'll run one more. Let's just see. Let's make sure we're good. $190 down. Wow. Not bad. Yeah, we'll be. No, I can't do. The only thing about the ARM processors, 16 ping, 42.4 on the up. The only thing is, bro, is that on what is it? Since this is an ARM-based processor, I cannot use the StreamYard app, or not the StreamYard, the speed test app. And I don't know if the IP address on this shit is a fixed IP or it's a dynamic where it'll change every time I reboot it. So I'm not trying to take the chance to leak out my IP. So yeah, even though it's from the SIM card that's on the laptop, I just don't want to take that chance. Feel me? So yeah, but the website shows the IP, bro. So I don't know if this is you know, you tried the speed test app from the Amazon App Store. What is that, Ernesto? That works for the ARM processors. So let's see here. Let's see here, and let's see topics. Let's see here. What streaming TV services everybody watching right now? Damn. Honestly, bros, I don't really even use streaming services like that when I watch my live content. I have, of course, I get my TV service, for free, but through the dish. But I got dish, that's what I use for my TV, and I've been using it since 2006. That's what my TV service provider is. These streaming apps are cool and everything, but I'm not down to be paying all these monthly services to be able to watch certain content on one, then I have to pay for another one. Honestly, I just prefer just live TV. If I'm going to be paying, let's say, $70 for like a YouTube TV, because I think with the sports package and all that, what is it? YouTube TV, what, like 80, $90 with the sports? I could be paying actually $10 cheaper having Dish, and I get the Hopper app where I can watch it anywhere I want, live TV and all that, and I don't have to worry about, oh shit, it's geo locked the app, and all that, like how you have to do with all this other shit. So, well, let's see here. Verizon is given prepaid. Let's see here. Eugene said Verizon is given prepaid customers 6 months of Disney Plus. Yeah, I saw that, man. That sounds pretty good. I mean, it's Is it? It's not the ad-based one, right? Oh damn, Manny. Oh shit! I stopped watching TV since 2016. Fake news is real. Yeah, it is. It is. Fake news is real. Damn, Austin, for real. All the carriers are doing good over where you're at. I have Direct TV stream, and it's good. I mean, Direct TV stream is cool, but I look at it like this, guys. So this is exactly what I look at with these damn streaming apps. All right. So you're gonna pay your 70. Let's just say YouTube TV. We're gonna go $64.99. Okay. Now you got to pay for your home internet. Let's just say you're a person that doesn't need home internet, so you just base off your cell phone, because there are a lot of people that are like that, especially older people. Like they use their cell phone for their internet. They don't need like actual home internet. And now you're telling me I got to pay $50 a month for like a minimum base TV internet package through my cable provider. So I got to pay 50 plus 60 plus 65. So what is that? 100 and what? $115 versus I can just pay $80 to DirecTV, regular traditional DirecTV or Dish or some, and just have the same shit, but I don't need to pay anything extra on top. I actually would be saving money, and I'll still have the app for my phone. That's how you got to look at it. Hey, what's up, Don? How are you doing today? Ruin the cable TV for oh, Manny. You gotta let it. You gotta just let it be, man. Oh, it's the ad based one, Gene. What up, Greg? I use YouTube and other free apps like Pluto TV, PBS, Peacock Premium without the apps. Oh, okay, Michael. Nice. I cut the cable. Comcast wanted too much damn money. $250 a month. They could kiss my ass. Holy crap. Damn. No wonder they're called Concast. Now I know why they're conning you 100% all the way. If I pay for streaming service, I do not want to be exposed to ads. Exactly, dude. Exactly, Michael. 100%. Too cheap to pay for cable. I use my phone for everything. Yeah, yeah, Don. A lot of people do. T-Mobile has their 5G ultra capacity overpowering everything. AT&T is stable. As the Goldilocks on me, while Verizon barely keeps their head above water. Less in a downtown area, there's no 5G for Verizon at all. Huh? Interesting. What up, Dennis? Oh no, the shaving. I use IPV TV. I already pay for home internet too. Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying, Greg. We get what? Peacock Premium for free with our Comcast service. Yeah, Comcast does give that for free. I can give them credit. That's pretty good. But you're still paying for the TV regardless. So, but it's nice to have that added perk. Let's see here. TV is such a scam, paying for all the money to watch ads. Exactly, dude. Sometimes it is. I mean, Dennis, you can. I don't care. You got, how to anyways. You got Team on there. Hey, Greg, if you want the link too, bro, like, let me know. Here, I'll send it to you on Twitter just in case you want it. Come on. Damn, it's starting to get kind of windy out here. I decided to go outside, be outside. It's so nice, and yeah, it's not looking good, guys. It's pretty windy tonight, but it feels good. Okay, there we go. Sent the link over. Now I'm paying for 600 MPS down for 125 a month with Xfinity Flex included. What is Xfinity Flex? Huh. So people are upgrading phones left and right. Cheapo phone, unlimited plan. Upgrades include surprisingly good. Let's see here. Well, let's pull up that Verizon deal here. Let's see Verizon. Let me share the screen here real quick. Damn it, man! Come on. There we go. Where is it? Share screen. Okay, so let's see here. So $800 off. Let's see here. Boom. Let's pop this up. Yeah, it would help if I turn on the damn share. I keep forgetting about that. Brain fart. Okay, let's see here. So it says here, save $800 when you trade in your old or damaged phone with a select 5G unlimited plan plus $200 when you switch. Let's see details. Oh, there you go. I was gonna say you could put yourself in, bro.
What's up, Carlos? It took me a second to
What up?
figure it out, bro. But you talking about streaming services with Disney raising prices or what?
Oh, yeah. We could bring that up too, bro, with the raising the price. But right now, there people were talking about this Fold or Galaxy Fold deals. I guess with Verizon. I mean, I don't know, bro. The deal. I mean, yeah, you could trade in any damaged device or any old device or whatever, but other carriers are doing a thou wow, dude, and you could be an existing customer and get the thou wow too. Like this, you have to get in order to get a thou wow, you have to like add a new line and switch an important number in. That's what I'm getting at, where it says plus get 200 extra.
Yeah,
So,
Verizon's deal is the worst of the three carriers because they're
yeah,
screwing over existing customers.
exactly, and that's how. I mean, for new customers, you're already switching, so you'll get the same deal as everybody else as going to any other carrier, but the existing customer gets the one that gets screwed. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this deal. Actually, I feel it feels kind of half baked. Sucks. Put it that way,
Nah, but I wanted to hop in because you were talking about cable prices or something. What got you onto that topic?
dude.
Or
Because somebody brought it up about the services and shit. So basically, I don't know, bro. I mean, the streaming services. I mean, I understand how they work, how they go, and all that stuff. But at the same time, I'm just like, let's say like an older person, like our parents. Let's just throw that as an example. They're older, stuff like that. Let's just say they don't. Let's say they don't have home internet at their home, but they have their smartphone. And they do everything through their smartphone, their email, and all that stuff because they look at it as, why do I need internet in my house if I have everything on my phone? Trying to save money. But with a streaming service, you would have to pay monthly for an internet connection on top of the service just to be able to use it in your home. And then with the geo locking that they do now on a lot of them, sucks
I mean,
compared to like. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say for anyone that's upset about raising costs on streaming services, I called it like 2-3 years ago. I said streaming services were going to be more expensive than the cable that we thought was bad today because, like you're touching on, cable, right? You just got the TV service, like the provider that you got through had to provide everything that you kind of needed to watch the TV service. With streaming, you need an internet connection. It needs to be decent, right? And then with how internet's going, you got the data caps, right? The overcharges now, right?
Yeah.
And then with the streaming services as well, like every single content creator is just going to continue to keep making their own little niche thing. So if you want to watch just like a couple shows, like say you're a South Park fan like me, right? Let's take that as the example, right? Before with South Park, I used to be able to watch all of it on Comedy Central, right? Now, if I want to watch South Park, I got to have HBO Max so I can watch the regular seasons. I got to have Paramount Plus so I can watch the pandemic specials and the stuff that Paramount's doing. And then in a couple more years here, once HBO loses their deal, it's going to be I think it's going to be something like it's moved to Paramount Plus, and then it'll eventually make its way to Comedy Central for certain stuff, but like 4 weeks later. So it's all convoluted. Like now I have to have 3 different things just to watch the one show that I want to watch. You know?
What? Are you serious? You got to have that many?
Yeah, that's kind of the reason why I like to live the high seas when it comes to watching South Park, because I refuse to have TV, HBO Max, and Paramount Plus just to watch one show. Like, I'm cool with having HBO Max. I'm cool paying for Netflix. I'm cool paying for... Basically, my limit for streaming services for me personally is around, like, 5, which is above the average household. Like, 5 is the max that I'm willing to pay for at any given time, and those 5 are pretty static for me personally. Netflix is one of them because of the T-Mobile, HBO Max because of AT&T, Crunchyroll because I love anime, Hulu, no ads version because Hulu tends to have a lot of stuff that comes on like live TV, but with like, you know, without ads. And then my 5th one, although I'm not really technically paying for it in a direct sense, but Disney Plus. And the only reason why I'm rocking Disney Plus is because of the fact that it's included with the Verizon Get More plan that you got me on, because you got me hooked up with that. Like, those are my 5. If it doesn't come on those 5 and it's a show I want to watch, like, I'm not going to go buy Paramount Plus, especially since one of the things that really annoys me with streaming services is that not all streaming services are created equal when it comes to, like, say, trying to find the show I want, how it plays as far as, like, my Google TV goes. Like, I don't know if you remember, man, like, it wasn't that long ago, there was the whole issue where Roku was having that spat with HBO, where they removed the app. Remember that?
Yup. Hell yeah, dude. That was a nightmare for
dude.
a lot of people.
Streaming is just so... Streaming is becoming increasingly more inconvenient, and it's going to be the reason why you see piracy go on the rise. Like, the reason why piracy died for things like music, for example, is because Spotify was cheap and way more convenient than going to, like, LimeWire and stuff like that. Plus, with music, unlike TV shows, you can get the same song whether you want to use Apple Music's platform, Spotify, Tidal, whatever. Like, you actually have real choice. Streaming is going the opposite direction, where, like, they're doing this whole, like, walled garden with shows. Like, in the anime space, it's really, really bad because, and I'm actually really pissed off. So there's an anime called Bleach, Carlos, that's pretty popular, and it's coming back to do another season. Well, here in the U.S., Disney got their money-grubbing hands and got the rights to stream Bleach here in the United States. Now, the problem with it being locked behind Disney Plus is not that you have to have Disney Plus, it's the fact of how they're planning to do the release schedule. So over in other countries and stuff like that, where it's available on other platforms, they're going to get to watch each episode each week when it comes out, like as soon as it comes out, right? Disney Plus is going to wait for the whole dang season to finish before they put it on their platform.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Or there's like issues where there's like Netflix jail. Like, there's an anime that came out that basically makes fun of isekais. I'm blanking on the name at the moment, but like Netflix only has like episode 2 now on their platform, and they're already like 7 episodes deep in this show. So like Netflix is taking forever to upload the content, and I have freaking Netflix. So what do I end up doing? I end up going to like Annie News or something like that just to go watch the episode, because I'm not going to wait for Netflix to take their sweet old time to get it on their platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's very inconvenient then.
Yeah.
It's just, if you have to pay for all these services, bro, how much would you be spending? You'd be spending as much as getting traditional cable.
I mean, bro, real talk, and this is with me even cutting back compared to what I used to have. I'm still paying like probably $60 for the streaming services that I want. Or I would be paying like $60 if I didn't have like the discount on. Well, I mean, I'm paying for T-Mobile, so technically, yeah, I'm paying like $60 for all my streaming services a month.
Bro, you're basically almost at a mid-tier cable package.
I wouldn't go that far because cable's got a whole bunch of taxes and fees. You figure, let's just ballpark it and say your typical cable subscription is probably running you about $100 if you were just buying cable TV by itself after all the taxes, fees, and like modem, boxes and stuff like that. So like, I'm still coming out a little bit cheaper, but technically speaking as well, I'm also technically getting less content too, right? Like your typical cable package probably has like 130 channels for like a standard package with like all kinds of on-demand stuff, and then they'd be doing like the free weekends and stuff for like the premiums, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm still coming out.
Actually, on traditional cable, you get a little bit more, bro. I mean, depends on the company, but yeah, an average company would be like 130. but a lot of them now for like $100, you're getting about 150, 180 channels.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the area and all that other stuff, like you said. But like streaming service, like the golden day of streaming is long gone and never coming back. Like the golden day of streaming was back when Netflix got the rights to everything, right? Like that was the heyday because Netflix has a great platform, makes it easy to find content. It was all one stop place. They didn't care about what your location was. If you wanted to watch it in freaking, when you're on vacation, you still got to watch all the awesome shows that you wanted to watch. Now everything's just so split up and messed up. Like I'll give you another example real quick of things that are messed up. Take a show like Rick and Morty, okay?
Yeah, I love that show, bro. It's all
Same. So Netflix actually has the rights to air Rick and Morty in South Korea, but not here in the U.S. In the U.S., you can only watch Rick and Morty on HBO Max now, and it used to be on Hulu at one point, but I think it got pulled, and now it's only on HBO Max now, or on Adult Swim. So like shows get pulled and stuff too off platforms, which is really annoying too, because then it loses the value. Like look at the exodus of content that's been happening on Netflix as every other streaming service comes in about, right? They're pulling all their stuff off Netflix. It makes Netflix worse. And meanwhile, as Netflix loses content, it still is going up in price. And they do like this whole crap where like if you want like a higher resolution or multiple streams, you have to pay even more money. Like 4K should be the default, right? Why would I want to have the basic Netflix tier and be capped at 480p? That's stupid. Like even cable doesn't charge an HD add-on cost anymore. They just include the high definition channels right off the rip, right?
exactly. I think they stopped charging what 2018, 2019. They stopped finally charging for the
It
add-ons.
depended on the provider, but I think the last time I remember paying an HD add-on fee or whatever they used to call it was like back in 2016. It's either included with like the TV box rental now, or it's just like if you get like a bundle, you just get like the bundling of the internet, they just include it. Same thing with stuff like DVR, right? Like they include DVR now off the rip if you get a bundle.
Yep. Yeah, which is nice. That shit used to cost what, depending on the company, $7.99 to $12.99.
Nah, bro. Armstrong used to charge $20 for a DVR.
Holy crap!
Yeah, actually, not used to. They still do,
Damn,
but Comcast doesn't. But yeah, continue. Sorry.
bro, that's freaking crazy, and that's what makes it. Honestly, Dennis, that's why I've had a hard time trying to even wanting to transition over to a streaming service only in my house. It's because I don't want to have 6, 7, 8 different services just to be able to watch the same stuff that I'm used to just watching with one service.
I mean,
Yes, I have
look,
commercials, but
the thing that needs to happen, and this is what will make streaming services better, is that we need for like Google and it's sort of happening, but not really. But what we need to happen is companies like Google and Roku and stuff like that to make like a standardized platform where like instead of going into each respective company's streaming app to watch the content, you just stay in the platform. Like by that I mean like Comcast has their X1 platform, right? Regardless of what you open on that TV box, there's consistency in the layout and design and like functionality on the remote and stuff like that. Like there's like a consistency, right? And that's what needs to happen on streaming. Like for example, if I talk into my Google Voice remote, it needs to be smart that I'm looking for a show, not tell me about the weather. If I say like documentaries about whatever, right? And it should just be able to search for everything and pull up that content without having to open up a specific app. It will just keep me on that like base consistent design, right?
like
I feel like
kind of like a TV guide in a way, but with what you ask it to show you.
Yeah, because then it would make it easier to sift through all the content and figure out where it is because and like I said, it's sort of happening. It's just not all the way there yet. And part of that is due because the streaming company is not playing nice. But like right now with streaming platforms, it's really hard to find like the content. Like I might know what show I want to watch, but it's really hard to figure out where I can watch that, if that makes sense. And sometimes different platforms will make it malicious where they won't even show me that it's included on, say, Netflix and try to make me buy it on, say, Amazon Prime with like Fire Stick, right?
Yeah. So I tried this once, Dennis. So on my Apple TV, I tried, where you log into all the streaming service. So at the time, I was trying out like YouTube TV. I had HBO Max. What else? The Disney Plus, and then whatever Apple TV gave, and and then the Hulu TV thing, just to try it all out and see how it would work. And I mean, that was kind of what you were talking about was with the Apple TV, like if you look up something, it'll show you.
Yeah, like I
Like,
said, it's
bam,
kind of
which,
there, but like
but
Apple, but everything doesn't play nice with Apple TV either, right? Like
yeah, yep, it didn't play nice, like you said, one, and then two, you still have to have all those freaking subscriptions instead of like, let's say you pay Apple or Google, let's say $49.99 a month, and they provide you with all the services all in one.
yeah, I mean, but now we're just getting back into cable bundles again. So like, I don't know. What I will say is though, cable TV in and of itself sucks though. Like it's dead. All the good content's being pulled on streaming services, so there's no point to pay for live TV anymore. Unless you, the only reasons why you would pay for live TV now is for news and sports, and that's it. There's no reason to buy live TV now. Everything that's like show wise is going on the streaming platforms, so there's no point in paying for live TV at this point.
I know it's changed over to that point, and a lot of the stuff has. I don't know, bro. I don't like having to go switch through all these services, bro. Like, I don't know. That's why sometimes I don't even bother watching TV, bro.
Bro, I promise you it's not that bad, but I also promise you that the streaming service that I use the most is YouTube. Like I would say I spend about 75% of my capable watch hours on YouTube, with the other like 20% being for anime and like 5% being on miscellaneous shows, like if Disney Plus comes out with another season of The Mandalorian or something.
See, that's where I couldn't justify paying $65 a month for YouTube TV, knowing that it still has live TV commercials, and I have to pay internet on top. Let's say if I was that customer that didn't have.
Oh, bro, I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about the YouTube that we're streaming on, like just content.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And I pay for YouTube, and I pay for YouTube Premium, which used to be YouTube Red, which is like the best $10 a month I've ever spent. No ads on YouTube is so worth.
Hell yeah, bro! I'm still locked in on that old price from the YouTube Red too, the family plan.
Yeah, bro. Well, I don't have the family plan; I have the single line one. But yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's nice not having the commercials sometimes. It's nice.
But
but do you think that maybe someday, bro, so one of these damn like Google or some might just come up and say, hey, and do like a bundle, like what I was saying earlier, bro, where instead of you having to pay Hulu separate, YouTube TV separate, this and that, just bundle it like $89.99 a bundle.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Definitely not. Do you want to know why?
Why?
It's two parts. One, the content creators wouldn't want to do that because why would they want to share their revenue when they can force you to go directly through their platform, and when you're inside their app, they get to collect the additional data to sell to other advertisers. That's number one. And number two, dude, look at cable and traditional TV. They hate being distributors, dude. It's the worst. They're paying all the upfront costs to maintain the infrastructure to deliver that content, and they have no control over the price that they're getting charged for the wholesale rate. Hell no. Dude, yeah. Media companies love streaming services, and so do the ISPs. They hate cable. They can't wait for cable to die. They're chomping at the bit for traditional TV to die, because all it means is, like, for example, Comcast, for example, wasn't able to like work out any like exclusive deals with NBC Universal as part of the merger agreements when they got them, right? Like they had to pay whatever rate the rest of the market had to pay, right? Well, that same rule does not apply with Peacock. Peacock streaming service, Comcast gets the milk and all the profits. All that ad revenue, also they get to keep. And from a maintaining of infrastructure standpoint, they were going to have to maintain broadband internet anyway, and that's cheaper to maintain than having to dedicate spectrum to all these different cable channels. And the faster cable dies, the faster companies like Comcast can improve their speeds even further without having to get nifty and creative and doing things like full duplex and all that other stuff, because all that spectrum that was being allocated for TV can now be allocated for the broadband.
Yup. And that's where we can have better uploads on DOCSIS and all that stuff.
I mean, you can still have better uploads on the DOCSIS and all that stuff, but it totally decomplicates the whole process. And like I said, from a cost standpoint, it's way cheaper to maintain just the broadband than having to maintain all this different stuff for the TV signals and all this other junk that has to happen to offer like a live TV service.
And plus, anyways, they like the how do you go? They like the internet, selling the internet and having the internet because that's
Bro,
more
internet
profit.
profit margins is like 97%. Live TV for someone like Comcast, I think, is dropped down to the point where it's like only 40. I say only, but 40% profit margin. That's still good profit margin. Don't get me wrong, but it's 97% versus 40. Which one would you rather have?
97, and it's
And
easier to maintain.
and plus, remember too, if you look at churn and what causes people's bills to spike every year like it's a holiday, it's always the TV fees that are going up. Internet doesn't change. Comcast has full control over that. But if ESPN, or excuse me, if Disney raises costs for their regional sports fee or whatever, so you can have like your ESPN and stuff, which honestly makes up the bulk of that sports fee, then Comcast, of course, has to pass it on to the consumer because they're not going to absorb any more of that cost into their profits.
Yeah, they're barely making 40. Imagine they have to absorb it, then they're probably only going to make like 15, 20. Remember the hell no.
Yeah, if Comcast had their ideal world, man, every customer would have their internet and their mobile service, and that would be the dastardly combo. And the reason for that is because if they have you on mobile, they know that statistically speaking, there's a very low percentage of you churning to a different provider, and the internet's where they make up all the profit. So,
Yeah.
and maybe you'll get their home security even because that's actually profitable for them too once you pay off your equipment. It's all profit once they pay off the equipment. So, the home security.
So that home security is, so what do you think is a profit margin for that?
For just like the camera service that they're selling for internet customers that's not professionally monitored, I would say the profit margin is probably something like 70%.
Jeez.
And then for the professionally monitored one where they actually have to pay people to keep an eye on your system if the alarm gets triggered to call the police and all that jazz, probably something like 50%. But that's still healthy. Like,
yeah, 50 and up is the healthy. Yeah.
50 and up is something Walmart would cream for. You know what Walmart's profit margins are, right?
No.
It's like 2% on a sale.
No way.
Swear to God, 2 to like 5%, depending on the item.
So they're barely making shit then.
Well, yeah, I mean, Walmart's whole business model is to basically have the lowest possible pricing and sell based off like what do you call it? Not selling bulk. What's the word when you're trying to sell a lot of something? There's a word for it. Help.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, there we go. So, yeah, bulk. They like selling in bulk.
Bulk wasn't the word I was shooting for. There was a different word, but yeah, that's their business model, though. Selling low, having you buy a lot there. Obviously, there are different items that Walmart has that will be higher profit margin, but the vast majority of their stuff, like the groceries and crap, they're not making profit on that. Now, they'll make profit off some like more luxury items. Like if you buy like an iPhone, for example, at Walmart, yeah, they're making bank. Or if you buy like a freaking PlayStation or something, like, yeah, they'll make some serious profit on that or the games. But the groceries, the furniture, the common necessities, paper towels, whatever, yeah, those are low profit margin items for Walmart.
Imagine, bro. Damn, bro. The on the phones, bro. Even though we're paying $1,000, bro, you know they're not getting it for no 1,000, bro.
Oh, they're not making 1,000, but they'll get like maybe like a $200 kickback on it.
Still $200 kickback, and they're not taking the risk because 9 times out of 10, people are financing it through the carrier anyways. Psst, that's a steal, bro. It's a steal.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's why that's easy profit margins for them.
On a side note, Carlos, I've been picking up my data usage recently. I just chewed through over 250 gigabytes today on my home internet.
Holy crap. What the hell are you doing now? What stress test are you trying to put it through again?
Not stress test, just normal use.
Jesus, bro. That's freaking crazy, man.
I mean, hey, bro, I got fiber with no data cap. I'm going to take use of that no data cap. Although, on a side note, I feel bad for my neighbors, man. I was out grabbing my mail, dude. And remember how I told you about that node that's just submerged in water, bro? Some of them got service and got connected to that, bro. And they've been complaining about how shit Verizon is.
Oh, so someone got new service and it's been crappy?
Oh, yeah. They're going through the same testicular pain that I went through. They asked me what they need to do. I was like, grab a 6-pack and just start calling them.
Oh, shit. And just start downing some drinks and call.
Yep. Basically, dude, Verizon has I don't care what you tell me, Carlos. I'm sorry, but Verizon hands down has the worst customer service out of the telecom industry, in my opinion, for their home
Bro,
internet product.
bro, their customer service has gone to shit, bro. I won't deny it.
Like,
don't know
I
what
know
the hell has
AT&T is bad for you, and I won't argue with the fact that people have bad stories of AT&T from the audience. That hasn't been me for me personally. But even the worst stories I've seen from AT&T, as far as like billing and stuff goes, pales in comparison at just how bad Verizon is, man.
I don't know what the hell has happened, bro, in these last 6 months, but oh well, bro, that's on them, bro. They don't want to clean up their act. They're gonna be taken to the cleaner soon.
I mean, look, I'm gonna say something that's real messed up, and I know it's messed up to say, but as long as my internet works, I don't care about. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about anyone else in my neighborhood. As long as mine's not impacted, I'm happy. That's all I care about. I know that's messed up to say, but like I went through 6 months of just terrible. I'm talking like 85, 90% uptime, Carlos. Like it was horrible, bro. I showed you the pings and everything, bro. It was bad, dude. And I went through 6 months of roughness, and it's been solid since. And I don't want to jinx the genie. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to do anything that can risk it.
Bro, you don't even want to bother. Even if there was a 10-cent upcharge, you're like, fuck it, I'll just pay the 10 cents.
Exactly.
I don't want to touch it.
Exactly, bro.
Bro, that's so crazy, man. I don't know what the hell is up with all these bro. All these companies in general, bro. I am so tired of talking to somebody overseas, bro, every time, and then they don't know what to do. Some are cool, don't get me wrong.
Bro, I have no problem talking to people overseas. The problem that comes from talking from people overseas is that they're likely non-internal employees, and that's the issue. So because they're external or third-party employees, they don't have access to all the same systems and privileges typically that an internal employee would have stateside. Like if you're talking to someone overseas, they might be like tier 1 or tier 2, but if I'm calling in, I probably need a tier 3 rep, right? Like I'm smart enough to know, like if I'm having a problem, like I get it. For average consumers, telling them to power it on and off and stuff like that, I understand it. But for me, I've probably already went through that. I've probably done like a ping plot test. I got data that I can show. Like I'm ready to go. I know what I need, and unfortunately, a lot of times those guys can't help, including when it comes to credits too. Like they don't have, even their supervisors don't have the same credit limits to fix issues if there's a billing mistake, like an internal like supervisor would, you know? And that's the issue. It's that they don't have tools and the privileges. That's the problem. Not that they're outsourced. It's that they don't have the same privileges that the United States reps get.
Yeah, but it just, the part that sucks, bro, is that it's becoming a very norm. And I mean, I look at both ways. You know, I can't just look at it one way, but I look at it, you know, in the company's way too. That I understand that it's, you know, they're trying to save a buck by having to pay, you know, just an outsourcing fee for, you know, contract or whatever, versus paying an employee here in the United States $22 to $25 an hour to do that job. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to show up to work anyways because they'll call in for some odd bullshit reason all the time or something.
Yeah, but Carlos, it's not just about the money. It's literally not just about the money. There is a fact of life that we have to acknowledge here in the US, and it's simply this. There are not enough people that are willing to work customer service, especially if you expect 24/7 customer service from these companies. There are not enough people to work all the hours of the day, period. There's just not enough people, right? Like, it's just as simple as that. It's a numbers game. There's just not enough people. And since there's not enough people in the U.S. to fill those seats, and the turnover rate for those types of environments is very high, you got to look elsewhere, right? Like, in my ideal world, this is just Dennis the Dreamer talking for a second. In my ideal world, we would, and this is actually somewhat happening for some places, we would ideally hire people in like places like Mexico, Panama, Jamaica, basically South America, keep it over on like kind of like this side of the globe. So like the money can kind of flow in like a way that makes sense economically for us. And like I said, we would, instead of treating them just like outsource people, we would hire them internally. Like, we would treat them like normal people, because honestly, some of the best customer service I've had, honestly, has actually came from like representatives down in Mexico. Now, this is not for telecom companies I'm talking about. This is more like for, like, say Delta Airlines or something, right? Like, I get a call from, some international person about a flight being messed up and they correct it for me, right? So, like, if the companies give these people the same privileges and rights that we get here in the US, then it can lead to phenomenal customer service and make everybody happy. Problem is companies don't treat it that way.
You know what's so funny, Dennis? You talking about that? Literally, you know how I had my billing problems with my AT&T account, my personal account, not my business, but the personal and the FirstNet. Guess who fixed it?
Some dude down in Mexico.
Exactly, bro. And I'll give credit, bro. That's the only time that I knew that the outsourcing was fucking smooth, bro. And the thing about Mexico too, bro, is that English is considered, like, it's taught in school as a second language, which is a good thing, So like the English, like between the speaking translation was like smooth, bro.
Yeah, and also I just want to say this in the to Ernesto. He said the problem is people want to get paid more in commission. Ernesto, I mean, put it to you this way, man. If the company if the company's setting things up where it's about commission, that's the bulk of your pay, you can't blame someone for trying to put bread on the table, right? Like, if they're getting paid, like, say, I don't know, $7.25 an hour plus commission, right? Obviously, you got to do what you got to do to pay the bills, and
yeah, they're gonna want that more commission, unfortunately, to make it seem like they're making 25, 28 an hour. Yeah.
And also, one other thing I will say is a lot of times these places aren't paying commission. It's just the whole company mentality for care is bad. Like I said, bro, like you can't expect a tier 1 rep to be able to fix your problem necessarily. It's not that they don't want to fix your problem. They want to help you. But like, if it's like an issue with crediting, right? Like, a tier 1 rep might only be able to credit you like $25. Like, that might be their limit. And then they need like a supervisor ticket. And also, a lot of times too, I'm going to say something that's really unpopular, but a lot of times too, it's on the customer sometimes. Like, sometimes customers just, like, the person will be honest and tell you, like, here's what's up, and the customer will just outright deny it. Now, is that on the rep? No. Is it suck that it's that way? Sure, but at least they're being honest to you. But like, as someone that worked, in different retail offices, like, retail and stuff like that before I got like my good job, right? Like, I know how customers can be. You can tell them the bold-faced truth, and they might not even like literally you could do everything right for them, and just because you didn't look the way they wanted or speak the way they wanted, they might still ask for a manager. There's a reason why the word Karens exists, right? Like I'm just saying, like, without giving too many details, I'll just say this to keep it real simple. There was a time in my life where I was giving text-based support for an organization, right? I was the only one working it, okay, for this company. I told them what's up, everything they needed, tried helping them out, and I'm like, can I still speak to a manager? So I just changed the name. I'm like, blah 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 has entered the chat, and I literally just copy and pasted exactly what I said to them. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I don't know why that first guy was such an idiot and couldn't just tell me like you did. You worded it so appropriate. It was literally copy paste, Control C, Control V with a different name on it.
No.
Swear to God.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
I mean, people are people.
Oh.
Like,
just because they knew the title, because they thought the title had manager on it, it made them feel better.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this way, like, 20% of people are just going to be dickheads. 80% of people are going to be maybe coming a little bit rough because they had to deal with whatever, but like, once they see you're helping out, they're going to be like super happy and appreciative. And there's like another 20% that are just absolute legends, gods to work with. Like, these people deserve all the goodwill and fortune that comes their way because they are just true saints, right? And that's with anything in life, even if it's not like customer service. Like, you're going to have that with any job, right?
Of course.
The only reason why customer service is so hard is because a lot of companies, when it comes to customer service, don't give you the tools to be able to do your job and give customer service, or it might not be like the main priority necessarily. Like, for example, certain companies will look at the bottom line no matter what and look at every interaction with customer service as basically a sales opportunity, right? Like you might be calling in for technical support and you're forced to mention some other product, right? Like I don't know. The whole industry is just rough, and I try
Yeah,
to be
it is,
understanding
bro.
of people in their jobs. I never try to get super upset unless they overtly screw me over, like with like my T-Mobile interaction where the dude just put me on essentials when I was trying to take advantage of that free line deal or stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that, bro.
Listen, I have the worst luck with customer service, but even I can still always try to be appreciative of the situation and not get upset with the person directly. Like I always remember there's a person on the other line with emotions. They might have had a rough call, and I've always found that if I'm persistent and sweet with honey, I get better results than instantaneously just like yelling at the person, right? Because then they don't want to help you.
Bro, so I think a lot of the reasons why so a lot of people, have been having issues lately, and I think this is where the customer service has tightened up on credits, is because like I've been seeing a lot on Reddit and stuff. So I've been kind of nosing around there, earlier today because I don't know, I had a lot of notifications of it because I haven't checked in a while, and then all I see is people bitching. Oh, they didn't give me this credit because my service didn't work, and they say it's supposed to work where I'm at, and da 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 this, and then there was another individual, uh that is like, I guess, they've been putting out videos like on fucking what is it, TikTok and stuff, talking shit about customer service, these customer service reps in the telecom, saying that, oh, the Better Business Bureau won't even credit me my phone that's under installments and da 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 this and that, so I can leave the company and credit my bill. Like, I'm like, damn, dude, like this is why they have I think they're tightening up more on the credit system and offering credits for, inconveniences and stuff, is because of people like that abuse and milk the system, because they either want to get out of it to have a free phone or a free product from that company or whatever. And that's so messed up, bro, because then you're ruining it for somebody that legitimately has real issues, and then they won't get the credit because they're like, they're going to think about all those other people that screwed them over out of credits for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's complicated, man. It's a
Yeah,
complicated.
it's a complicated situation, bro. Because that's what I was, reading and seeing on TikTok about that stuff, and I'm like, damn, man, like, why are these people just trying to milk, for credits for no reason? Even on the cell phone provider, it says it on the terms and conditions, bro, that service is not available everywhere. The coverage map can indicate that it has service, but it's not available everywhere.
So Ernesto had a comment. He said, "But telecom companies have gotten smarter and screwing people on deals." Look,
Mm-hmm.
Ernesto, I'm no stranger to
Too.
getting messed over on certain deals, right? I always keep an air of suspicion and always try to read the fine print and write down and record what happens, right? But I will ultimately say, I would say 7 times out of 10, if someone gets quote unquote screwed over on a deal, it's probably because they didn't follow the deal. Like there was probably fine print with like caveats about like what needed to be done in order to take advantage of the deal. Now, whether that's because the person that they talked to didn't like explain it in detail or they just chose not to read whatever the consent form was, whatever. The point being is that like there is, as messed up as it is, there is some onus to educate. Like ultimately, if you're the one signing the dotted line, you got to educate yourself to make sure you're doing everything that's like step by step in the deal, right?
Yeah. Just like Dennis, I'll like, okay, so this is an example what happened to me. So remember when I added that line for you on the Get More?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened is, because remember how they screwed up first? It was that spare line that I had, and then out of nowhere, they ended up adding that line or whatever, and I
Yeah,
just
they
said
couldn't give me
screw
the
it.
physical sim, and then they had it. Yeah,
Yeah, I said screw it because then I look at it, the $500 credit, that we'll get for the thing anyways. So I forgot. It was my negligence, bro. I called, I was like, hey, it says I don't qualify for the disc, for the gift card, the $500 BYOD. Why is that? Da, da, da. And then the lady was like, well, you have to do it within 30 days from the date that you signed up. And I was like, really? You guys didn't tell me, and I was like, you guys didn't tell me that, you know, how come you guys didn't tell me that it had to be within 30 days? You know, that's pretty messed up. So, you know, at the end, I mean, I wasn't yelling at them or nothing, you know, just talking like how I'm talking to you right now about it. And then at the end of the day, bro, the lady was so nice, dude, that she was like, well, I can't give you that promo, but since you've been real understanding with me, and it was just an honest misunderstanding between both ends, you know, and she told me next time I recommend you to read the terms on that deal. She was like, what I can do for you is give you, you know, 150, you know, in credits towards, you know, it'll be divided in $25 a month times, you know, until the credit's over, but I can do that for you just because, you know, for not going hostile on me about it. I was like, all right, cool, thank you, I appreciate you, you know, but you got to read the print, bro, and that's where I screwed up too, you know. There's
Yeah.
always fine prints to stuff. Let's see here. Hey, what's going on there, Goldvis? What's up? Mr. Anthony, nice live stream. Oh shit, bro. But you know, I mean, hopefully Dennis, like, I mean, we want customer service to, of course, you know, we all in an ideal world want customer service to be like top notch and stuff, but
No, Carlos, do you know what I actually want?
what?
I want companies to make things simple and easy so I don't have to interact with customer service. The best customer service, I've said this many times, this is a quote that will go down in history to the day I die. The best customer service is when I don't have to interact with customer service, because that means there's not a problem that requires me to talk to them.
That's true.
That's the
100%.
best customer service.
Exactly, because that means everything's working like clockwork.
Or if there is a
Everything's being built
problem, there's
correctly.
self-help tools for my totally competent self to fix, or instructions that are clear and easy to understand so I can resolve it myself in my timely manner on my time and my comfy PJs when I feel like doing it. Not waiting to be, you know, trying to stress out like, oh, I'm on the clock and I got to make sure I call Verizon before 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I better make sure to call them at 6 because I know it's going to take 2 hours on hold, you know, and then get transferred to the department that's closed by that time because Verizon has everything all messed up and wonky.
Now, Dennis, would you think that this would honestly be good? So I know Verizon Business is doing it right now as it is, but do you think that they should put this, all companies should do it even at the consumer level, consumer business, whatever, is to for you to be able to issue your own trouble tickets? Because like Verizon Business, you're able to issue your own trouble tickets for billing, service issues, and anything. You literally type up the report yourself, like, oh, like let's say you had signal issues. Okay, well here at da 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 location, you know, I only get this da 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 RSRP da 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 this and that, and then you select the department you want that ticket to go to. Do you think that should be more implemented across the board? And then they have a 48-hour turnaround to give you a response.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad way to do things. I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool, but I don't know. I'm not sure how it's different than just doing like a live chat. Like, I'm not sure how it's. Does that make sense? Like, a live chat basically accomplishes what you're talking about, right? Like, you talk to the live chat rep, they file the ticket, it does the same thing. The only difference here is I guess I get to see my responses on the ticket. So yeah, I mean, I'm down for it. It's ultimately
You
going
get to write. Basically, you get to, like, you know, because you know what you're gonna type, bro. You're gonna type it the way, let's say, how do you call it? A tech support will do it. You know, like let's say it was service issues for you, bro. Then you know you're gonna be like, okay, well, you know, my RSRP, you know, and my SINAR was this with, you know, at this location when I was facing Gamma sector and da da da. You know, and that tier and that ticket's gonna end up going to like a tier 2, tier 3 support that knows what you're talking about. So you know, it'll be like better response than you having, let's say you're, you know, talking to a rep that might be overseas and doesn't type it properly, and then they say the issue is fixed when in reality it didn't get fixed because the proper documentation wasn't put in.
I mean, I guess, like, I don't know. You got to remember, you got to think about the average consumer, right? The average consumer isn't going to be that smart, so I could see the system not being all that useful, if that makes sense. What I would rather see instead of, I mean, like, that ticketing system is a good idea. Like, I like that being there. But what I would rather see before the ticketing system even gets to that point is, like, I'll just use an example. Let's just say I have a coverage issue, right?
Okay.
Remember how AT&T used to have Mark the Spot, where I could literally put in the troubled area, and then their app would be smart enough to collect the data that they knew that they would need, so that the ticket would actually be useful to them. That would be more efficient than me typing up like a rough response, because now it's combining technology that we have with my input to actually give a more accurate picture to whoever it needs to go to, because I don't want everything just skipping to a tier 2 rep either, because now it defeats the purpose of tier 1, and then you get these long, because you talked about a 48-hour turnaround time. It wouldn't be a 48-hour turnaround time if everybody that makes a ticket just, goes, what I'm saying? So like there still needs to be flow. Like there still needs to be flow. Like maybe the ticket, you can put the ticket in, there's like a tier 1 rep that can look it over and then appropriately just redirect it if it needs escalated, right? Or as much as people hate chatbots, maybe it can be smart enough to actually look at what I'm typing in the text to filter it correctly, because let's be real here. The average consumer isn't going to know all the inner workings specifically to how Verizon routes tickets and which department it needs to go to. That's unrealistic knowledge unless you actually work for Verizon, right? So like, I mean, like, I think it makes sense. It would just need a little bit of refinement, and I'm still of the approach of give me the tool to fix it. Like, i.e., I'll just use an example. Let's just say there's an issue with the provisioning on my SIM card. Well, don't show off like a very super uber complicated version of the back end tool that does the provisioning for features and stuff like that. But maybe have a button baked into the app that like resends the provisioning and gives instructions of it.
Refresh my sim. The button can be refresh.
Yeah,
my
like
sim
refresh my sim, and then when you press it, give instructions like, okay, now that you did this, you're gonna have to power cycle or airplane mode your phone so it can reattach to the network to re-download the provisioning that RSSX, the tool that Verizon uses, sends out to like re-provision the line. Like that's the tool they use.
Like what AT&T Business does, like where you but it's more simpler.
Yeah, something like that. The more tools, the more tools and the more things the consumer can do, the better for themselves. There's always going to be a need for customer service, but like the more that we can get away from needing someone else to fix my problem, the better.
What up, Greg?
Yo, what up, Lowe's?
What's going on, bro?
Bro, I just moved. I literally just moved.
Again?
Where'd you move to?
Yeah, because I'm gonna give my town name. Yep.
Oh no, how do you call it? So what? Are you still planning the shit to?
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
It's temporary. It's super temporary.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to the wife tonight about that. So don't worry.
Well, on a super, super different side note, I went to go see the buddy of mine that has the Verizon fixed wireless to drop off some zucchini bread for. Oh, he's doing good. I dropped off some zucchini bread for his parents, because they were the ones that took me out to the brewery and stuff. What's up?
Where the fuck's my zucchini bread at?
Bro, you're all the way out in Vegas, bro. That stuff will be hard and stale by the time it reaches.
Shit, bro, you're tripping.
Come on,
bro, Dennis. You could literally put that shit in a little one of those little styrofoam, like make a little ghetto styrofoam ice chest real quick.
I'd probably have to pay FedEx like $100 now just to one day ship that thing to you.
Like you got bro. All you gotta do is be like, hey, yo, let me get your account number real quick, and that should be like $20 on my account. Come on, man.
But anywho, going back to what I was saying. So I went down to his parents' place, who live in like a rural spot, and he lives like smack dab line of sight in front of a beautiful cell site that has Verizon, C-band on it, T-Mobile with no ultra capacity, unfortunately, and then of course there's AT&T. I ran some speed tests for you, Greg. AT&T got 200 by 50, T-Mobile got 250 by 30, and Verizon was getting like 600 by like 110.
Holy crap!
Damn, that's bad.
But AT&T was still doing good.
Yeah, there was 5G plus covering that town as well, but it wasn't on the cell site overlooking him, which is what it was giving the stronger RSRP. So my phone decided to connect to that instead of connecting to the 5G plus tower. That also got upgraded. So I'm assuming that tower is also on the list to be upgraded as well. But what's worth noting, though, and Greg was surprised by this, is they have 1 millimeter wave small cell covering like a little park in the middle of this town.
No, they do?
Yeah. From Verizon.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Greg was surprised.
They put them everywhere. They don't care. They can get the
Greg was surprised, right? Greg, you looked it up, bro. You were like, yeah, this town ain't shit.
Yeah, this town only has like 1,500 people in it. The whole
1,500 people that
town.
has millimeter wave.
Yep, it
Is
had
it the N260 or 261?
one singular millimeter wave site. It's like covering like a little gazebo in this like little park in the center of the actual town, like
But which one is it? N260 or N261?
N260.
So 39 gigahertz.
Yeah, it's 800 megahertz of total available spectrum.
Oh, so that's a 4 gig site.
Man, I don't know where Verizon pulls that backhaul, but they do it.
Out their ass. It's funny because there's
Yeah, literally.
DSL being offered over there in the fixed wireless. So,
Oh, bro. So is it facing his house though? Because he could probably upgrade to the
nah, the
millimeter
millimeter
wave home
wave.
internet.
I don't want to get super uber detailed, but I'll just say that he's
Yeah.
on top of a hill and he's too far away from that to connect. He's connected to the C band.
Oh,
Like I said, it's in a little. I'll just say the spacing of this town, Carlos, it's rural, my man. Like the only reason you would go out to
yeah.
this town is if you're going to like the coal mine, like basically. So like,
Damn, bro. Imagine, bro, if he was able to, if it was like enough to where he was able to get a signal, let's say from the window that faces the tower
but
site by his
I
house.
I
That
get
would
what
be
you're saying,
fucking.
but you're missing the point of why I'm bringing this up and why I was excited to see it. Millimeter wave and rural is the reason why I was excited to see it. The fact that there was any millimeter wave at all in rural is an exciting, awe-inspiring sight to see because there's a firm belief in the community that millimeter wave will never make its way to suburban and rural
It
areas, and
it does.
Verizon is showing
It is.
otherwise, and that's what makes it exciting. Like I said, it's one singular site, but it's still one singular site in a town that has less than 1,500 people that makes it inspiring.
There's a town over by me that
So
has millimeter wave everywhere because they don't have to deal with the stupid New York permitting. They do it themselves. And they don't care.
so I found out this. So there's a town called Lynn, Linn. It's right before that town on Texas 281. It's literally in a junction, in a junction where it junctions from the 280 from the Texas 281 to the Texas 755. And that town literally that's the one that the planet Earth, I found out where it was. That's the one that the planet Earth found a millimeter wave macro there in the middle of nowhere. There's literally nothing there. Nothing.
Yeah, this isn't a macro. If it was on the macro, he would probably be able to get it at his house, but it's on just a one singular little monopole small cell. Literally covers like a little gazebo, little park, just real tiny.
Bro, like that's crazy, bro. Because at first, I couldn't figure it out, bro. Because the planet Earth told us that he connected to millimeter wave, and he was showing us a speed test and everything, like doing it live and shit. And then I was like, damn, bro, like where in the hell is it? Like where? And he wouldn't tell. But I found out, bro. I just ended up talking to my Verizon person, bro, and he told me, he was like, yeah, bro, it's a test site. It's a test site we put up for rural to see how far we can turn up the power and still get the speeds that out of the like steady speed out of it. So I was like, damn, bro, so it is true.
Yeah,
So I believe it.
I'll just say this though. Verizon's really good out where he's at from a wireless standpoint. T-Mobile's a little iffy, and AT&T's pretty solid, although their signal strength's a little um, depending on like what road you're going on. But yeah, no, Verizon's pretty tremendous out where he's at, which is really good to see. I really find it odd that T-Mobile doesn't have ultra capacity yet on that macro. It's like the only macro that they have, which is why their service is a little bit but that is like a perfect target demographic for their fixed wireless internet, bro. Like they should put ultra capacity on there all day.
But was that an old Sprint Keep site that they took over?
No clue.
You should look up that area and see if Sprint was on there before on that site. If it was,
Greg knows the area, man, so he can look it up for me. He's more efficient than me.
because to
Let
me
me see
that
what I
sounds
can
like it.
pull up.
To me, for everything you're describing about, especially just being one site, that sounds like it was probably a Sprint Keep site from before. Because you know how Sprint had usually that one, they would just have that one freaking site right there, and bam, to just
I
have
don't I
service.
don't know, but like as you know, man, Pittsburgh's an odd place for T-Mobile.
Oh yeah. Yeah, bro, I'm excited. That gets me excited. The rural millimeter wave, man, because that just shows right there that millimeter wave is gonna be the future, bro, and it has to be, bro. If we want fixed wireless and we want the capacity, we have to have millimeter wave. I'm sorry, but midband is not gonna cut it. Midband is just like midband.
It's
Literally,
a
is just a
band-aid.
band-aid. Yeah, it's just a band-aid to have to have some sort of capacity, but at the end of the day, in order to get these rural customers, the full capacity, for a fixed home wireless fiberish like experience, it's gotta have to be millimeter wave.
And Verizon's getting the good real estate.
Hey, what's
Oh,
going
what's up,
on?
Gold?
What up,
Hey,
Goldvis? What's
dude.
going on, dude?
How are you? How y'all
All right,
doing?
and yourself, man?
Yeah. I
So
can't
what's up
believe you're
with
doing
you?
me wave in those small towns. I can't believe you're doing that.
I mean, it's not common. It's just but that's what makes seeing it so exciting. You know.
I never seen that before. Not over here.
Well, bro, you should if you ever, since you're in Texas, if you ever decide to if you decide to drive south, bro, and you guys drive south, then on the 281 with the what is it, Texas 281
What
and
town is
Texas
it?
755, it's in between Lynn, Linn, and another town called Rachel. It's
Damn.
like it's in the middle. It's right there in that junction in the middle of nowhere. Like literally, population in between those two towns is like 1,000.
Damn.
Hey, so Carlos, can I tell you something real quick, man? As well, when it comes to
What's up?
Verizon, Verizon, Verizon really shines when you're not in the city. In my personal experience, I find that even with millimeter wave being in downtown Pittsburgh and everything like that, I feel like Verizon really shines when you get away from the city. In the same vein that T-Mobile miraculously gets better when you get away from the city. Would you agree with my sentiment that Verizon is not very good in urban environments?
Where they have not done full modernizations, I would say yeah, but where they have done modernization, aka C-band and 77 and stuff like that, it helps. It does. I'm not, but it's still, you still feel the constraint because of the customer base.
Well, the bigger issue that I've noticed, and this feels so odd to say, but like the places where I find the most dead spots for Verizon is when I'm actually in Pittsburgh. Like Verizon has dead spots in areas that are very odd. Like there's my one friend who's getting married here in September. He lives in a place where it's a literal dead zone. I told you about how it's like literally you're connecting like those like little femto cells that people have with
Yeah.
Verizon. So it's a literal dead zone for them. T-Mobile has like a bar or two of like N71, and then AT&T is the only one that actually has like real good coverage there. And I find there's a lot of spots that crop up like that in like the actual city of Pittsburgh for Verizon. Like where like the RSRP is just super weak. You're hanging on to like a really very weak band 13, if anything. Meanwhile, AT&T has super good density, so you're always getting like 5 bars and like lots of capacity.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
like
that does happen.
and then meanwhile, when I get outside the city, if it's a place where Verizon has like done upgrades to their band 13, band 60, like where they have the capacity, I'm getting like 100 meg. And if it has N77, I'm getting like 700, 800, 900 megabits per second. The further I get away from the city, like the less customers there are for Verizon. AT&T will obviously have service and be decent, like getting like 100 meg, right? It'll be rural. They'll be
Hey,
getting like
100 meg's
100.
still good.
Right. But like Verizon really shines. Like their N77 just goes so far. The performance is great. It's like out of this world, unheard of for like these types of areas. But in the actual city, it's like there's so many spots where you're just dropping like on the band 13 and it's just like super slow, like 5 meg.
Yeah, I know, bro. I guess, small cell densification, stuff like that, play a lot of key into it.
I mean, bro, just look at my house, for example, right? Like in on paper, my house should be getting good service from Verizon, right? But it doesn't, right? Like it gets
Yeah,
decent, but it's not
it's not what
AT&T
it should be.
performance. It's not AT&T performance, you know?
Yeah, it's not AT&T performance, and it's not what it should be, because especially with all the upgrades that you have in your surrounding tower. Yeah. Yeah, bro. It's just I don't know,
And,
man.
and you know, bro, like I am not rural by any definition. Like I am like,
Heck no.
yeah, like
Nah. That's what doesn't make sense.
So Dennis, I looked into that tower. It is not a Sprinky. T-Mobile's on there independently. They've been on
boom,
there independently.
boom, Carlos.
So it was a native T-Mobile from before.
Yeah,
Native T-Mobile, the permit I'm looking at is just 2013. So it's been there for a minute.
it's their only cell site covering that town. If you look, Greg, there's no other cell sites for them.
I haven't even looked. Let me
Well,
see.
that's the only one for them, which is why they got dead spots all along this one little highway. It's actually the same highway Verizon signal gets really weak, but it keeps. You can look at Cell Mapper for it if you want. It's all red for Verizon on that one little road.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Let me see what I can pull because I have access to some internal stuff, so
Mm.
it makes it really easy. I can't share it publicly, but whatever I can find publicly, I can share.
Mm. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to testing out Dish, though, based off my conversation with Hugo, Carlos. I'm expecting really great things from Dish at my house once I get a test phone from them.
Well, the tool looks pretty promising over there.
Well, I'm optimistic because they're basically putting their equipment on every AT&T cell site, and AT&T, as you can see, has immaculate density in Pittsburgh. Like you saw it yourself, immaculate density. Oh man, just thinking about it, man, makes me sad and happy at the same time. I'm happy I have one really solid option with AT&T, but I'm also so sad because Verizon should be able to replicate that. Like I just don't understand it. Like I don't know what happened with Verizon considering their CapEx expenditure and everything. I mean, based off what Moose told us, right? Like Verizon has market dominance over here with like 55% market share between the Comcast 10% and their own native like 45%. So you would expect them to be the best, but
Yeah. Well, hopefully, bro. I mean, hopefully.
also I'm still really bummed that they still throttle the crap out of their plans. Like with video, I mean, specifically.
Well, you know that's it's actually in the works of removing the throttle. You know that, right?
I think I remember someone in the community mentioning it as a possibility.
Yeah. Well, it's already happening. So, N5 is actually getting taken off DSS, and it's actually going to be just straight up because a lot of how they turn off the 3G. So a
Yeah.
lot of the areas where N5 was their 3G, because some areas and it was actually band 2 for their 3G, in certain areas. But wherever band 5 was just turned off when they turn off the rest of their 3G and all that shit, bro, those are the spots that will have dedicated 10 megahertz of N5, and then once they do it dedicated, then it'll be no throttle on the video.
Dude, that'll be huge. I mean, you saw what dedicated 10 megahertz N5 did over here for AT&T, so that'll be huge for Verizon from an uplink standpoint as well.
There's already areas where they're doing it already, and there's 10 test markets.
Just for giggles, by the way, while we're talking, I'm taking my Galaxy S22 Ultra off of Wi-Fi real quick to run a speed test at 12:50 at night. So this is definitely non-peak hours for Verizon. I'm just curious what kind of speeds I'll pull when sitting on my third floor. I'm expecting something close to 100 if it connects to UW. If not, I'm expecting like something rougher. Which, taking a look here on service mode, what I'm connecting to, it looks like I'm getting band 13, band 2, and band 66. So 40 megahertz of total spectrum, 20 on 66, 10 on 2, and 10 on 13. So 40 megahertz. Yeah. And from a performance standpoint, I got 20.4 on the down, 2.82 on the up. And my RSRP is minus 105 on 13 on this site that I'm connecting to, and minus 124 on the band 2 and band 66.
Didn't you say when you disabled band 13 one time, it made you connect to a different tower site that you got better performance?
Yeah, if I force it, if I play around with the bands, I can force it to connect to other sites, but
yeah.
But I mean, look, 20 meg ain't like, look, 20 meg ain't horrible. You can definitely do what you got to do on 20 meg. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not AT&T.
This is what I'm getting right here on the laptop, bro.
That's on what, Verizon's fixed wireless home internet?
No, this is on the actual laptop, the Lenovo with the SIM card.
Ah, snap. And that's on Verizon?
Yeah, it's on ultra wideband, but I only have like 1 bar signal.
Yeah, dude, that's
Man,
tremendous, dude.
man, of course it's on Verizon. It's Carlos, bro. You can't trust no one else.
Well, I mean, it could have been
17K,
Dish.
but of course, you know, of course on Ookla this would be, you know, better, but somehow Ookla does not play nice with ARM for the app, so I can't, you know, like, I don't know if this is a dedicated IP on this laptop, you know, with the SIM card, or if I airplane mode it, it'll give me a new one afterwards, but I don't want to take that chance, you know.
Yeah, I get you, bro. I'm just saying though, man, like, I really, like, in my dream world, AT&T and T-Mobile would be identical in Pittsburgh. I don't really care about Verizon. Like, I wish they were the two that were identical, because they are the two that have the best plans at the moment.
Yeah.
T-Mobile's just garbage. Verizon is like very usable for like I said, for basic stuff like calling. When I spoke with Greg, it was tremendous, right? Like, I didn't lose the call at any point. It was good. Texting's good. Basic like apps and stuff will obviously load. It's just not a good network if you're someone that likes to consume lots of video. And
Yeah.
considering that's what most people tend to do in some fashion, whether it be browsing Reddit, Facebook, whatever, you know, it just feels Verizon's network just feels like it got stuck and frozen in time in like 2013. Like, they didn't evolve with the internet. Like, if you got to call an Uber, you're Gucci. Trying to watch a YouTube video at 1080p, you're screwed.
Hold on, let's see here. So Joe said here that he has N5, 10 megahertz of N5. I think in Omaha it might be one. All you got to do is do a fast.com test and see, and make sure that you have your premium max streaming quality trigger turned on your My Verizon app. And then if it gives you the full speed, then you know that you're in that market. Or
you
if
got to
it doesn't,
remember
then you're still on DSS.
You got to remember on the iPhone, it does the bandwidth, the download bandwidth. It does it weird. If it says 10, I think it's 5, but don't say I said that. I know it does something weird. It's not an actual representation, because mine says I have 100 megahertz of band 66. I know I don't have 100 megahertz.
No, it's 10. Because it doesn't add the decimal points. 10.
Yeah.
Side note, Carlos, I did a quick airplane mode to try to force the phone to reattach to the network. So I'm getting ultra wideband. And this is where Verizon gets pretty solid. I'm getting 102 on the down, so I'm on UW. And I'm getting about 5 on the up. So that's definitely like solid. Ultra wideband's great. It's just the signal's so weak that it bounces around on the towers. Like my NR or my N77 RSRP is minus 116. So it's very edge cell.
But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's what do you? Oh yeah, Dennis, this is what I wanted to talk about, bro. So remember how I showed, and you too, Greg. Remember how I showed you guys that shit that, you know, I went on my app, and then there's several people in the community too who are able to replicate it on their iPhones too. But I think, I don't know if it's might be market dependent right now. It might be something they're just throwing there to throw a couple bones out and see how it bites. But how the Get More is showing as $80 for if you start a brand new account, $80 on auto pay, and then 70 for play and do, and 60 for start, and 55 for welcome. What do you think about that, bro? Do you think maybe they are trying to test something? They're just throwing a bone out there to see how it bites?
I think it's targeted. I think it's targeted in places where they're facing competition or like maybe losing customers or something like that. I haven't been able to replicate it over here on the East Coast, and I know Stetson hasn't been able to replicate it either, so I feel like it's a targeted thing.
Yeah, because I remember I sent you the video, bro. I got it on.
I remember, and it was all over Twitter too. I remember.
Yeah, that's why I don't get it, bro. Like, I don't get how. I mean, several people did, but they're in West. I didn't ask them exactly where they were, though. I should have asked them. Maybe I'll DM them.
Let me grab my spare iPhone and charge it up and see if I can get it to work, because I don't have a personal account with Verizon. So I can check that out.
Hold on, why the hell did this just pop up mobile plans? Because this laptop I have is eSIM. You know that, right, Dennis? This
I'm
laptop
not.
has eSIM and physical SIM.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the
It's
ARM-based laptops. Like, I don't pay much attention to Windows ARM laptops because ARM kind of sucks on Windows.
activate. So this is so basically this the laptop just what the hell? Why did it pop up another plan? The hell? Well, I'll check into this after the stream, but yeah, bro. I mean, it's pretty cool because you can have two SIMs working at the same time, and it'll bond the connection automatically. It's pretty cool, dude.
That is
So,
pretty sick.
so what I was gonna do is because it does it with Wi-Fi. You can have like your Wi-Fi on. You know, like I'll have my Verizon home internet, my CenturyLink DSL, have that, and then I'll bond it with with the SIM card on here, and
Yeah, it's like the
it works
old
pretty well.
Samsung like download booster they used to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. So imagine doing AT&T and Verizon both. That'd be pretty good.
If I didn't have FiOS, it would be good, but since I have symmetric gig, it doesn't matter. Now, where it would be dope is if I did like say AT&T with my Comcast, because then I could have like super sick uploads thanks to AT&T. I'd be getting like 120 uplink, and then like I don't know, something like maybe 900 down.
I know, bro. Your uplink for AT&T is freaking insane, dude. I still
Yeah,
can't believe that, bro. Just by adding an extra 5 megahertz, you literally went from like 30 upload to 100. It's freaking insane.
yeah.
That's unheard of,
I
especially for
mean,
AT&T.
bro, the speed. Look at any live stream where I run a speed test, bro. Speed test results don't lie.
Hold on. So the Fold 3 still the eSIM is not compatible with carriers, really?
Bro, it's one of the reasons why I went to iPhone, man. eSIM support on Android sucks both on the actual OS itself and from a carrier standpoint, dude.
Damn, that
Damn,
sucks.
dude. That's bold, dude. Yeah, that's why, bro. This is why I rock an iPhone, dude.
Listen, it's the reason why I converted the iPhone and probably won't convert back to Android because not because Android is worse. It's just that carriers in the U.S. suck at supporting Android phones. Like AT&T specifically is the worst network to have an Android phone on. T-Mobile is the best network to have an Android phone on, but they're the network that sucks the hardest in Pittsburgh. And Verizon's somewhere in the middle.
Damn, bro. We got a good lightning show right now because I'm outside. Nice lightning show, bro.
Getting some rain.
Not yet. It's not raining yet, bro. But I don't know. Here, let me see if I can turn on the camera and see. Maybe it'll show when it strikes the lightning a little bit. It's pretty good stuff. But yeah, man. I don't know, man.
Hey,
Hopefully they fit.
I want to change topics real quick on you,
What's up?
Carlos.
What's up?
So, you've gotten to experience the joys of fiber. You've gotten to experience the joys of what the best DSL possibly looks like in regards to your CenturyLink, and you've gotten to experience great fixed wireless with both gateways from T-Mobile and different gateways from Verizon. And I just wanted to ask, after all this time, a year-in review kind of deal, from top to bottom, what would you rank like best, next best option, and so on and so forth?
Well, of course, bro. You already know where I'm gonna say, bro. Traditional hardline will never get smoked by fixed wireless. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
but
it won't.
specify which ones, because like
I mean, Cox kind of gets slapped around with Verizon.
Well, bro,
Cox is not a good experience.
well, Cox is trash, bro. That's the messed up part about it, bro. So, honestly, if I had to rank this, and I know, and this sucks to say, bro, if you're in an area where you're with a D, like let's say like in my market, so Cox is the dominant cable provider. It's the only cable provider. So if I had to put it in order here for Vegas, this is how I would put it, bro. Because only if you live in an old ass neighborhood, like really old ass neighborhood from the from the 70s. Like even the 80s neighborhoods have good DSL, so it's 70s and lower.
Yeah, but
So if you
Carlos,
look at
rank it from the top. Like I'm saying, like if
I would-
fiber is the gold standard, like start off by saying fiber and then specify
Fiber,
like,
of
but
course.
but specify like CenturyLink fiber, Fios, like the fiber, like, go.
Okay, so we would go CenturyLink fiber because one, it's affordable, you know, $50 a month, you know, depending on the promo, you know, at the time it's either 65 or 50 with the promo. You get symmetrical gig. Can't go wrong with that. Unlimited data. Then God, it's hard to put Fios as 2 because it's still very limited. There's only a few areas in town, Fios and AT&T Fiber that you can get it here. So I'm not even going to put them on the list right now. So we'll exclude them. So CenturyLink Fiber number 1. Number 2, God, dude. Dude, I hate to say this, bro. But honestly, bro, it would have to be CenturyLink DSL, bro. Just because in a lot of places where you do have the higher speed, the 40 plus megabit package, it's solid, low latency here compared to how do you call it?
You're putting that above
other area.
you're putting that above millimeter wave fixed wireless.
Well, I'm talking. Well, I would say hardline, bro. Just because I prefer my top choices to be a hardline first, for the fact that hardwire is always reliable compared to a fixed wireless product. Even though fixed wireless is decent, but a hardline will always be reliable, always, bro. I don't care what anybody says. Then I would go Cox, just because it's a hard line. And yes, in certain areas in town, yes, it's still reliable, you know, depending where you're at. Literally only the newest of the newest neighborhoods. And then I would go Verizon fixed home internet. Even it doesn't matter which one, it could be millimeter wave or the C-band, because either one is
What about the
product.
LTE one?
The LTE one, I would go, so fuck. It's 50 by 5, but it is reliable. I could say that one's the next spot. So it would be number 4 would be the Verizon 5G home internet, whichever one, doesn't matter which variant. Then that would be number 4. Number 5 would be the LTE product. Number 6 would be the T-Mobile home internet. Or actually, hold on. No, I got to change this, bro. I'm sorry. Number 4 would be the 5G Verizon product. Number 5 would be WeLink. Number 6 would be the LTE product. Number 7 would be the T-Mobile home internet, just because it's not as reliable unless you live like right close to the tower sites. You're gonna have a hard time. I get ultra capacity at my house, bro, but I only get like, you know, and this is in a lot of areas too that it happens. You only get like 50 down and like 10 up, but with like 20%, 30% packet loss. That it doesn't work as well. It's too congested already.
Okay, where's Starlink going on this below T-Mobile?
Yeah, bro.
Damn. Do you want to know what my hierarchy looks like, Carlos?
Go ahead.
All right, number 1 is gonna be Verizon Fios for my area. If it's done right, it's great. Number 2, easy all day, Comcast. All day.
Yeah, your Comcast is excellent. Yeah.
Number 3 would be Verizon's C-band fixed wireless solution.
Okay.
Number 4 would be Verizon's LTE solution.
Oh wow. Okay.
Number 5 would be Starlink.
Damn. Okay.
And number 6 would be T-Mobile's fixed wireless home internet.
Damn, you put him dead last.
Hear me out on the why, Carlos. Hear me out on the why.
Go ahead.
Because even if you're smack dab right in front of a cell site with ultra capacity from T-Mobile, because the D prio is so bad if there's even a hint of usage on that cell site, your ping will spike to above 100 milliseconds. The buffer bloat is just terrible. And like you mentioned, the packet loss is consistently between 5 to 15%. And that is an unusable amount of packet loss for a home internet experience, period. Any packet loss is bad, but 5 to 15% is very noticeable.
Yeah.
Now, if we're just talking about in general and not talking about specific to Pittsburgh, it would go fiber, any kind, essentially, number 1, pretty much. Cable, number 2. Fixed wireless 5G product of some kind, number 3. LT product, number 4. DSL potentially as a number 5 if it's something that gives you actual broadband speeds. And then lastly, it would be Starlink if we're just talking about in general.
Hey, Michael, the fixed LTE product it doesn't have low data caps, bro. Actually, the Verizon LTE one is true unlimited, but yes, it's 50 by 5 the speed, but it's a consistent 50 by 5. They actually have a separate like slice core for their home internet product because due to my intense testing I've been doing on the Verizon home internet product, even like so basically it has like its own separate QCI. Like you could literally put load on your smartphone. You could put hella load on it on ultra wideband, let's say, and it won't slow down your 5G home internet product. It actually, the speed, you'll still get your 300 320 by 20. You know, you'll still get your dedicated speeds, and it won't reflect with your phone speed. Same with the LTE product. I've tested it already. But the difference between the home internet products is the business 5G will tank the 5G home. If they're both doing the same load at the same time in the same tower site, yes, you will see it like steal bandwidth.
Michael's saying he saw you do speed tests for the download speeds was 1.75 megabit per second.
That was probably when I was in a bad area, bro. Because that's when I did it. Probably when I was taking it in my car with me. But it's good product, dude. I can't.
I will just say
The
though,
LTE one is pretty solid.
I will just say though, Carlos, I actually disagree with you a little bit about the LTE product. Like if you're in a good T-Mobile area, I don't see a reason not to pick the T-Mobile over the LTE product, only because the uplink on the LTE product is really garbage. Like it's actually 3 meg, just so you know, Carlos. It's 50 by 3.
Wow, I was getting 5 all the time, bro.
Yeah, it's 50 by 3 is what they sell it as.
Verizon generally over provisions just a little bit.
But I'm just saying, but that's what they sell it as. And, you know, T-Mobile, generally speaking, if you're in a good area for them, I would say it's not unheard of to get somewhere in the range of like 150 by like 20, which I would rather have 150 by 20 and deal with their crappier gateway than be capped at 50 by 3 or even 50 by 5, just because both aren't going to be great for gaming anyway. At least the one is going to let me download stuff a lot faster.
Yeah.
It just depends where you live and what the cell service looks like there. It's really very independent.
No, you're 100% correct, but at least with the T-Mobile crappy gateway, you can take it apart, put some fans on it so it doesn't overheat and kill itself, and add some external antennae, and then it becomes actually pretty decent.
Man, you shouldn't have to do that, though.
I'm just saying, you can jerry-rig that bad boy to actually work. You can't really do that with can't do that with the Verizon product.
Good luck getting that $400 like deposit bag, whatever that they're going to charge you for that router.
I mean, bro, if I'm in such a shit situation where I have to rely on T-Mobile's home internet, then I don't think I'm going to be returning it because it's definitely my best option. Like, first off, let me just be clear here. I care about the internet. Carlos understands, dude. I value the internet very, very highly, and I'm not moving anywhere that doesn't have at least a cable option available to me. I'm gonna pick fiber, but like worst case scenario, I'm gonna have a cable option of some kind. Like even if it's freaking Armstrong, I'm gonna have something available to me that resembles a broadband experience.
Yeah, bro. No,
Like,
for now,
unlike Carlos, who can just live in a cabin and call it good, I cannot.
Hey, at least the
yeah, bro.
cabins up there, they got fiber. The cabins up in
Nope.
Utah, they got fiber.
And honestly, it doesn't exist. But if AT&T had a home internet product, that would probably be the actual fixed wireless solution that I could actually say, like, yeah, that'd be Gucci. Like, the closest thing is the unlimited hotspot on some of their business plans. But as we know, AT&T is pretty hardcore about enforcing their data caps. So that would have to. I mean, I could easily make it work, but I'd have to ration. Like, there wouldn't be home security cameras, for example, if I had to rely on that.
Yeah, bro. It would be tough.
But mobile networks just aren't great home internet replacements. Like, even Verizon's, as much props as I give it for having port forwarding and stuff, we're just not there yet. Fixed wireless mobile networks just are not the full home internet experience. It's like home internet light.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean,
trust
if you have the millimeter wave option, I would say that's pretty good replacement.
I mean, even then, though, I mean, like, the problem here isn't the fact that you're not getting great capacity. The problem here is just simply how data gets routed through a mobile network versus how data gets routed through your traditional ISPs. It's just totally different routing.
I completely understand.
And for most people who are just trying to watch some, Netflix or whatever, it's whatever. For me, I care a lot.
Well, yeah. Well, bro, I mean, regardless, even with the Zoom calling and all that stuff nowadays, so you have to work from home.
Oh, bro, Zoom is such a bitch, dude. It's such a picky bitch. Zoom, I don't know what it is about mobile networks, period, but they all seem to like suffer when it comes to Zoom.
Yeah. Oh shit! It will not charge because it's too hot. Okay. Because the laptop is at 26% already. When I use a cellular, it drains the battery.
Hey, but Greg, how about you, man? What's your ranking, man, when it comes to technologies? I'm just curious.
Well, I only got two options, and they're both fiber, so they're both A-OK in my
No, I'm talking about in general over your life, because you had some pretty bad fiber from Spectrum at your one place.
That was awful. That was a shit show.
Yeah, so what would your rankings be, man, for internet options personally for yourself?
Well, I moved, so Spectrum isn't an option anymore. I only have Optimum Fiber, and then I have Verizon Fios. So
which one are you on right now?
I'm on Fios right now.
How is it at your new place? Is it actually good, or is it like Pittsburgh where they just leave freaking nodes to be open and buried underwater?
I haven't even run a speed test on it yet, or maybe I did, but I completely forget the numbers.
Run a speed test right now while we're talking.
I'm going. Hold on. It's on Wi-Fi 500.
Is that what you're paying for?
I'm paying for the gig, but I'm pretty far from the router.
Well, you said you're on Wi-Fi. That's pretty solid for Wi-Fi performance. Hey, Carlos, here's a question for you. You answered this to me forever ago, but it still hasn't happened yet, and it was supposed to happen based off what I heard from you. Where the hell is IPv6 support?
I don't know. I can ask. Can ask the plug, bro. It's supposed to happen.
Let me see if I have IPv6 because this line was just set up today. Apparently not. I don't think so.
Bro, I know you hate. I know everyone hates when I bitch about Verizon, and I'm open about my hatred of them. But like, this is valid. Like, I don't understand how Verizon is a tier 1 ISP, but so incompetently runs their home internet that they give to consumers. Like, how the hell do you not support IPv6?
I don't have IPv6. This is a line that literally got set up today.
I'm aware, and it's honestly, it's awe-inspiring how they don't support it. Especially, and the reason why it's so bad is because they do support it on their mobile network, just not on their traditional network. It makes no bloody sense. Dude, cable.
Is there like a flip that you need to do in your router settings, maybe?
I mean, yeah, it has to be enabled in the settings, which mine is, but they just don't have it supported. But listen, literally, cable has been supporting IPv6 since 2013 when DOCSIS 3.0 came out. So Verizon is literally like 9 years behind on something so simple.
Well, AT&T Fiber just started supporting IPv6. I think it was like 2021 or 2020.
And they get the same shit from me. They were like 8 years late. Like I'm saying, like as much as people like to hate on cable, cable's been supporting IPv6 since 2013.
Yeah, we can give it credit, bro. Yeah,
dude, even T-Mobile supports IPv6. Come on, Bryson.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, the home wire, the fixed wireless supports IPv6.
I know that's why, that's why I said that's what makes it extra. That's what makes me extra angry, is that they support on their wireless network, but they still don't support on their traditional networks, whether it be DSL or FiOS. That's what makes it. That's what makes it extra infuriating.
That's so messed up, bro.
It's awe-inspiring how incompetent they are, and how that the only reason why they're able to thrive is because they literally have monopolies still in a lot of areas.
Bro, so I wonder. They said that Google Fiber is supposed to be start building out here.
Yup, I heard.
I know
there was an article about it.
And I know AT&T Fiber is expanding their. I seen AT&T trucks recently by the Strip, and they're starting to expand the fiber that they have there. They're starting to deploy it in the older neighborhoods around the Strip.
Carlos, I just want you to know that I am sincerely jealous of the fact that you are so spoiled for fiber. You have like 20 fiber options, which is so unfair.
Even the WeLink, bro. That's why I said WeLink as one of the top choices, bro. Because WeLink is fucking basically point-to-point millimeter wave fiber, gig symmetrical for $70.
Bro, it's so not fair. You know that, right, Carlos? It's actually not fair how many different internet options you have.
The one I'm waiting on is WeLink, bro. I wish I could get WeLink at this house, bro. But they how do you call it? They said that they're upgrading the system right now, so my address could literally like the next community over can get it, but they have to add the infrastructure to make my community and on like support. So they said like 90 days. So it's already been almost 60. So once I get that, then the DSL can go, bro. Then we'll be on that. Then the DSL can go bye-bye. But Greg, how is it out there? How's it out there at the new spot, bro?
It's chilling, bro. It's okay. It was a day though, bro. It was a bad day today.
Does T-Mobile have better service now?
I haven't even looked at it. Let me see. I haven't even checked.
You're talking about Michael, you're talking about the essentials plan. He was talking about the essential plan about throttling. But yeah, bro, but that's cell phone line. That's the cell phone line. Yeah, they throttle it, bro. That they do throttle. But that's only a 20 gig plan.
So we got UC, we're getting 91 down and 2 up.
Oh wow, you have T-Mobile, but you have T-Mobile service though at your new spot though, versus your old spot you didn't have none.
I'm never gonna use this line. It's never gonna get used. Plus the upload's gonna drop so bad during the day because it's 91 by 5. The upload's gonna be unusable during the day. It's 1:30 in the morning. Where's my Verizon phone? I can't even find it.
Hey, but at least it's better than no bars on phone. Shit, bro. At least.
Hey, at least I can make a phone call. Oh shit.
Right? Shit, man. Dude, it's so humid right now out, dude. Cause
man, shut up. It's like 99% humidity over here. I want to die. Bro. I want to commit. Yeah, let's see what Verizon does. Like Verizon Wireless. Let's see.
Okay. So right now it's a aerial flood watch right now. So rainfall. Let's see when is this till tomorrow? Well, yeah, till tomorrow afternoon.
Man, even Verizon's better, bro. Verizon, I don't even know what the last speed test was, but Verizon's 80 meg.
Wow, dude. So it's pretty bad. Let's see the forecast. See full forecast. I love having this touchscreen on this laptop. It's nice having a touchscreen.
I wish
I
MacBooks would have a
know.
touchscreen.
That's the only thing about MacBooks: touchscreen and cellular.
Yeah,
Perfect,
bro.
perfect,
I,
perfect.
lo- I love my M1 Max, dude. But damn, bro, just it's nice having a cellular modem and a damn touchscreen.
Bro, you know what I wish Macs would do too, man? You know those yoga books where you can flip the monitor around?
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
into that.
Bro, I wish
I
Macs would
mean,
do that and then let you use the freaking Apple Pencil on it.
I'm not into that, but
right.
it would be okay.
Nah, bro, it'd be god tier. It'd basically like be the best. It basically eliminate the need for having an iPad.
Like
Yeah.
that's the reason Apple wants you to buy a freaking iPad, so they're not going to do it.
Well, then they should put Mac OS on an iPad.
And I think didn't they come out and say that that Mac OS and iPad OS are going to stay separate forever?
Oh, I'm aware.
And
I'm
then
just saying that Apple's purposely making inferior products.
Yeah. Fortunately, yeah. Let's see, it says here dew point is 68, humidity 52. Damn.
Just so
let's
you
see
know,
where
your
we're
mic's
at. I think.
crackling a little bit, Carlos.
Is it
Yeah.
good now?
No.
No. Hold on.
No.
How about now?
No.
It's like I don't even know how to describe it.
Hold on. Let me see the port here. Let me see if this is the problem. Hold on a second.
It's back to normal now.
Okay, so now it's back to normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was I my little because I'm using my DJI wireless mic, the one that my setup that I use, when I do videos and shit. Since I don't have my lab mic here at the house and shit, so I just plug it. So the little thing plugs into the USB-C port, and I forgot to push it all the way in. So
Hey,
now
but
we're good.
Carlos, can I just say one
Yeah,
thing too, man? As
what's
much
up?
complaining as I just did about Verizon, do you want to know what you do? You want to know something that is also the cold hard truth?
What?
Despite how much I hate them, despite how much I complain, I'm still happier just to have them in my life as like a third backup option. Like, i.e., like if you talked to me and said, Dennis, would you like to just live off of T-Mobile and AT&T like you were doing before, so you had the best of both worlds? Sure, I could do it, and it probably wouldn't be the end of the world. But life's always better having that third option on my phone, just for the event where I'm in a spot where maybe AT&T has a dead spot or something. Still nice having them,
Yep.
despite how much I complain about them.
And that does happen sometimes.
It's very honestly, you're more likely to have a dead spot where AT&T is the only option over here on the East Coast than it is for Verizon. It's very rare, dude. I mean, that's like, I know that's mind-boggling for you to believe, Carlos, but like that's the more likely outcome. You're going to run into a spot where only AT&T has service.
I don't know about that.
In
Maybe over
Pennsylvania,
Pittsburgh, over here.
in
Over here, I
Pennsylvania
don't know.
in
You
general,
ain't getting
in
AT&T service.
Pennsylvania
Yeah,
in
in
general.
Pennsylvania. Over here, you ain't getting no AT&T service for nothing.
You were
I don't know,
You
bro.
were
When I
in-
made that trip to Canada, you told me there was going to be a dead spot along Buffalo. That never happened.
I didn't say dead spice. I just said a really bad zone.
That still
I
never
traveled that
happened.
highway many times, and I hit that dead zone. Well, not a dead zone, but the weak zone all the time.
Bro, I told you, man. I didn't drop below 50 meg the whole trip. I didn't drop below 50 meg on AT&T. That was the slowest speed test I got.
Man, if I ever go back there, I will send you the speed test.
Do it. But what were you gonna say, Carlos? I didn't mean to cut you off, bud.
no. Oh, okay. You live in Pennsylvania is considered one of the original bells for wireline, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's why AT&T is so good. I noticed that wherever they used to have they used to be part of the original bell. It was that's where they're strong at, like really strong.
Yeah, but Verizon's the other half of Ma Bell, and Verizon is the tier 1 ISP in Pennsylvania. So in logical theory, considering the funding they got from the state itself, Verizon has no excuse not to be the best here, and yet that's not what it is. Hell, if you look back at Root Metrics reports, actually, Verizon used to be the best here, and then they lost the lead for 4 consecutive years. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but people say that that root metrics is bought by Verizon only. But every what people don't understand is that every carrier has to pay root metrics to do their testing. Every carrier. So in reality, every carrier pays. It's just that, depending how, it just all depends on your network now, how good it is, and based on their testing,
On a side note, Carlos, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know, but my laptop's at like 17%, bro. So I think I might have to call it because it's
That works for me,
dead.
man. It's like 1:30 in the morning over here, so that's cool with me.
It lasted 2 hours basically on I started the stream with 85% battery, so it's not bad. It's okay.
Well, before we end the stream, Carlos, let me just say, man, thanks for letting me pop in. It's always good just to chit chat for fun. I also want to thank everyone that was in the audience for your incredible comments. Gene, Michael, MS, your friendly faces that I recommend from Best Phone Plans, and I appreciate you for supporting Carlos here and supporting the Best Phone Plans channel. In case anyone that comes in later and somehow manages to find this clip, if you're feeling bored, I would recommend that you check out my channel. I do a lot of awesome content with Stetson. It's Best Phone Plans, and for Carlos over here, for anyone that's not aware on the tech side, he's been doing some pretty cool live streams where he's been like driving out to, like Lake Mead and doing like these road trips and stuff. And honestly, it's a nice little spice of life, a little bit interesting. I recommend giving it a shot too, just to expand your repertoire and horizons. I don't necessarily agree with everything that Carlos says, but he's making some cool points and reporting on some very interesting stuff that's happening on the West Coast that does deserve some attention because it's a problem for Vegas that needs addressed.
Thanks, bro. And make sure you guys check out Dennis. You got to check him out over there at the Best Phone Plans. But other than that, guys, that's it. You want to end this, Dennis?
Yeah, I'm going to end it with the old signature. Peace.
Peace.